The United States versus Japan, World War II in the Pacific, 1941-1945. Background before the war. Japan's imperial ambitions. In the early 20th century, Japan was expanding aggressively in Asia. It had already invaded Korea, 1905-1910, Manchuria, 1931, and later China, full-scale war in 1937. Japan needed natural resources like oil, rubber, and steel, which it didn't have, so it looked to conquer resource-rich regions in Southeast Asia. U.S. sanctions and rising tensions. The U.S. was alarmed by Japan's invasions, especially of China. In response, President Franklin D. Roosevelt imposed economic sanctions and froze Japanese assets. The U.S. also cut off oil exports to Japan, a critical blow. Japan saw this as a threat to its survival and a barrier to its empire building. Pearl Harbor attack, December 7, 1941. Japan launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, on a quiet night. Objectives: cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet. Buy time for Japan to conquer Southeast Asia. Results: over 2,400 Americans were killed. Battleships like the USS Arizona were sunk. Aircraft and airfields were severely damaged. U.S. reaction: on December 8, 1941, the U.S. declared war on Japan. Germany and Italy, Japan's allies in the Axis powers, then declared war on the U.S., the Pacific War, 1941 to 1945. This was a brutal, island-hopping conflict across the Pacific Ocean. Major battles. 1. Battle of Midway, June 1942. Turning point of the war. U.S. Navy ambushed and sank 4 Japanese aircraft carriers. Japan's naval strength was never the same again. 2. Guadalcanal, 1942-1943. First major U.S. offensive, fierce jungle fighting, marked the start of Japan's retreat. 3. Island hopping campaign, 1943-1945. The U.S. strategy: bypass heavily fortified islands and capture smaller ones, moving closer to Japan. Key battles: Tarawa Saipan Leyte Gulf, largest naval battle in history. Iwo Jima Okinawa, brutality of the Pacific War. Japanese troops fought to the death, often refusing to surrender. Kamikaze pilots, suicide attacks became common in late war. Civilians were often caught in the crossfire. Both sides suffered massive casualties. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, August 1945. The U.S. dropped atomic bombs on 1. Hiroshima, August 6, 1945. 80,000 plus died instantly, thousands more later from radiation. 2. Nagasaki, August 9, 1945. 40,000 plus died instantly.